Square Enix has finally announced the long-awaited Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I, along with the rest of the internet, have been feverishly speculating and imagining what this remake will actually be like. In this video, I'm going to be analyzing the bits of information that we do know and adding in some speculating of my own to hopefully provide a better look at what we can expect the remake to look like. So, without further ado, here are 7 changes I'm excited for in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Seven had an incredible story with a stunning world and amazing cast of characters. There are so many great moments that will be made even better with improved visuals and voice acting. That being said, the original translation was full of awkward dialogue and ridden with typos. The story didn't always have the best flow either. A notable moment for me was always getting over a major character death by playing a snowboarding minigame just moments later, which was fun, just oddly timed. Fleshing out and pacing a few scenes better, along with some tweaks to the dialogue, will go a long way to make this great story even better. Combat was great for the time, but it's in need of a major update. It needs to be more dynamic, something like 13, but still give us individual control over the rest of the party and more specific commands. 7 had 2 major components to the combat that must remain, materia and limit breaks. I wouldn't change how limit breaks work too much, but I feel there's so much more room for materia to be expanded on. Elemental materia could have additional effects when added to weapons, ice slowing enemies down, or lightning shorting out mechanical enemies. Summons could have all sorts of additional effects that passively change how your character plays. They really need to push the boundaries of how different materia really change up a player's combat. Keep the active turn-based combat that 7 had, but give it more depth and customization with the flashy look to it. Also, no more random encounters. I want seamless transitions into battle. Two words: open world. Imagine leaving Midgar for the first time, and instead of this, we get this. Let Cloud keep his motorcycle, and the rest of the party ride behind him in the truck. Give us new areas to explore and quests to do along the way. 7's planet needs to feel like a living, breathing world. While the game's story wasn't afraid to go to some dark places, it was often balanced out by some more lighthearted fun. For those that were concerned that some of the sillier moments like cross-dressing Cloud would be cut from the game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, was kind enough to say, "Please look forward to it." Being able to actually see the expression on Cloud's face during the wall market section will be priceless. Moments like this give us real attachment to the characters you never really got from the stone-faced Cloud in Advent Children. From chocobo racing to snowboarding, there were a ton of fun mini-games in Final Fantasy VII. Chocobo racing with an expanded breeding system, customization, and online racing would be incredible. Or how about this scene, redone to look more like this? Seeing all those brought to light in a more dynamic way with better controls will be amazing. 7 really didn't have a post-game. The game just ended and you could return to your last save before the final battle. Any additional content that they add between the end of 7 and the events of Advent Children would be welcome. Maybe even some quests that help build into the movie's story. I'd also love to see some new bosses, like another weapon to hunt down. Give me even more reason to stay in this world. If you've learned anything through watching this, it's that Final Fantasy VII has an amazing soundtrack. The remastered music in the trailer gave me chills, and I can't wait for more of it. The music in this game is so incredible, despite the limitations of its time. As certain parts of the game get expanded, I would also love to hear some new tracks added as well. Of course, as long as they're composed by Nobuo Uematsu. There is so much to be excited about, and I can't wait for some new info and eventual gameplay footage. With the 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII coming up in 2017, hopefully we can plan on a release before the end of that year. Either way, good things come to those who wait. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you were most excited about in the comments below.